getting to the playoffs for only the second time in 21 seasons. To get there, they've had to navigate an injury minefield. They lost their ace running back, Nick Chubb, in Week 2, knee injury, gone for the year. They lost Deshaun Watson, their quarterback, Week 10, shoulder injury, gone for the rest of the year. So who rides in on a white horse at almost 39 years old? Joe Flacco lighting it up. Dare I say, Kirk, this beleaguered, long-suffering fan base is thinking about the Lombardi Trophy?
You can hear them right now. This town is starving for a winner. It's a football town in a football state. And you know what? This has been a team that's been a lot of fun for their fans to watch. As you said, decimated by injuries. Most teams in the NFL, when they get decimated by injuries, look at the Jets. Their season's over. They're fighting for pride. This team is sitting at 10-5, 60 minutes away from securing a playoff spot. They'll have to do it yet again with another injury. Amari Cooper not available with that heel injury. Tried to go in pregame. Not going to be able to go.
Every fan knows, of course, the Jets 4 snaps into the season. Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles, gone for the year. Their Super Bowl dream basically went down the drain at that point. So it's the old refrain, wait till next year. I look into that crystal ball. It's a little cloudy. What do you foresee for the Jets down the line?
I think if you're trying to spin this to a positive, you see a championship caliber defense. It's going to be even better next year. It's all going to come down to Aaron Rodgers' health, and the offensive line is going to have to get a lot better. You got great pieces in Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall. See, there's some pieces to work with, but it's going to come down to how good they can get up front to help Aaron out.
Final game of year 2 of Thursday Night Football from Cleveland. It's the Jets and the Browns on Thursday Night Football.
This has been Thursday Night Kickoff, presented by Subway. Subway's fresh sliced meats rise above the rest. Try a new Subway Series Deli Hero today.
Picked up by Myles Garrett. He's going to score. Intercepted by Sauce Gardner.
Joe Namath went for the ball. Jim Brown flashes for 26 yards.
And he goes up with a marvelous catch. What a run by Curtis Martin.
From Cleveland, Ohio, 2 powers in professional football.
I know we're going to win. I have that attitude. I feel that way.
Ways to watch tonight include our Spanish broadcast, TNF en Español, or you can watch Prime Vision with Next Gen Stats. As we go to the field, check in with Kaylee Hartung. Kaylee.
Well, Al, tonight we are bringing artificial intelligence into the mainstream, quite literally. During our TNF broadcast, you will see red orbs like this pop up in real time. They'll highlight defensive players who could pose unusual threats to rush the quarterback. This is Prime Video's new defensive alerts feature. It combines in-game player tracking, data from over 50,000 historical plays, and the help of expert knowledge, creating a first-of-its-kind machine learning model. These red orbs will help take you inside the mind of the quarterback before the snap, just as he tries to identify potential blitzers. You won't see defensive linemen or edge rushers highlighted because the quarterback expects them to rush. And you won't see these red orbs pop up on every play. But as both defenses try to disguise what they're doing, these alerts will provide unique insight into the challenges on the field. Now,
Nothing like a cameo right in the middle of the scene set there for you, Nick Chubb. As is tradition here, breaking the guitar in the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Robert Sala, Kevin Stefanski, the 2 coaches. He breaks the guitar. You and I can drop the mic at the end of the game, hopefully.
No doubt.
Clinch a playoff spot tonight. The Browns do with a win, and they can win the North if they win both of their games remaining and 2 Baltimore losses. The Ravens have 2 home games left against Miami and Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, the Browns 1 game left after tonight, a week from Sunday, in Cincinnati. Jets deferred after winning the toss. Greg Zuerlein, last week's hero, kicking off toward Pierre Strong, and off we go on this 44-degree night in Cleveland. And Joe Flacco sitting at home until a little over a month ago. Thought his career was probably over. Phone wasn't ringing. 3-1 in his last 4 games. He's won his last 3, 10 touchdowns. The only bugaboo has been a lot of picks, 7. in those 4 games.
Think about how many yards and the production he's had in these last 3 games on this 3-game win streak. It's been incredible.
So a man who was with the Jets in a backup role for 3 years starts off here. They run it to the right side. It's a gain of 5 yards for Jerome Ford, who has taken over in the absence of Chubb after week 2 as the #1 running back. There is Amari Cooper coming off a sensational game, set the all-time Cleveland Browns record, and that's saying something with this franchise. 265 receiving yards at Houston. Hurt his heel and is out. They go no huddle on 2nd and 5. Flacco is terrific on play action. Throws. Bullseye. 44-yard line. Flag comes in. That's Elijah Moore making the catch. Referee is Alex Kemp, and it's going to go against Cleveland to the displeasure of his crowd of 68,000.
Pass interference. Offense number 8. It's a 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
The reason he got such separation on DJ Reed is at the top of his route, he extends his arms, and there's a little push at the official catches. It's a good clean route until the end right there. Just a little push to the back. He had Reed turned. And, you know, from that angle, it's really hard to see. But the fact the hands got up, touched, made contact, that's why they made the call.
Flacco knows more. Moore came over from the Jets as well. A little screen there, and it wasn't going anywhere anyway. Jerome Ford drops it there, so incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 15.
You know, what we've seen from Flacco since he's stepped in is, you know, they want to be able to run the ball, which they've not been able to really do these last 3 weeks. But the play action pass game, and they've been going to Amari Cooper. A lot of those big plays last week were off that play action look. So with Cooper down tonight, you got to think Cedric Tillman will get more opportunities. Elijah Moore, who we already saw, but others will have to step up, obviously, with Cooper down.
They go empty here. 3rd and 15. That's caught up at the 25. Jets territory. David Njoku, the tight end. So they needed 15. He got 36. David Njoku.
He's right here, and the Jets a lot of times on these 3rd down and longs, they're going to rely on the front little twist game. But look at this. This is yards after the catch with Njoku. He's as good as there is in the NFL at this tight end position.
Number 53
really seems to be playing with more and more confidence, playing with Joe Flacco and getting these opportunities in space. And you can see when he has room to run, the big fella can go.
76 catches on the year for him. That's Nick Harris as the fullback in this set. Running back is Ford, swings to the outside, has room, cuts it back, picks up very close to a 1st down. DJ Reed making the stop there. Boy, this crowd they can't wait to celebrate.
No doubt about it, and I think this run game gets this crowd excited. This is an old school football town, and as much as they're enjoying watching Joe Flacco, they know if they're going to make a run, if they do get into the postseason, they need balance and they need to be able to run the ball to take some of the pressure off of Joe Flacco and not be one-dimensional.
Well, you think running, you think Cleveland. What do you think about Jim Brown?
That's right.
To the outside again. Now trying to cut it back, but the Jets are there to smother him at the line of scrimmage. Ford tackled there by Tony Adams. 2nd down and 11.
As much as we're talking about the Browns, anybody who has watched the New York Jets, I think you especially have had to learn to appreciate what the Jets have faced on this side of the ball defensively. I mean, they're as good as there is